The VCT Compact Series will be back here on May the 9th at Lucas Oil Raceway. M40 Speedway, the North Series, will open up on May the 10th. Everybody stand up, put your hands in the air, salute the 35 Vore cars coming out of turn 4, 65 cars. Put the hands in the air, flick your bigs, throw your mother-in-law, throw them again, I don't care. Just show them some love as they came a long way. Some guys as far as 20 hours just to race for $1,250 for the first annual Vore Cup here at Lucas Raceway in Indianapolis. The pace truck will move into the infield. Your pole cars, the A1 of Mike Richardson, 66, Greg Isabel. Green flag coming this time by. We're racing as they come out of turn 4, 35 cars for the Vore Compact Touring Series, North versus South first Vore Cup, and the caution will come out. Not liking the start. Your fast qualifier from the New England Mini Stock Series, Rick Salt in a 63 car. Trying to walk home with $1,450. He picked up the $100 from Applebee's. That's the farthest haul. And $100 for quick qualifying, so $200 bonus. That'll help cover maybe a quarter of the gas money to get here. Again, a big thank you to all 60-plus Vore competitors this weekend, making the first annual Vore Cup a huge success. Richardson, Isabel, coming on to turn 4. The head starter looking him over. Dan Redmond getting some coaching as they come to the green through the race receivers. And we're racing officially for the Vore Cup. 30 laps, 35 cars. Mike Richardson getting the early advantage. Joe Workman in the 9 car diving down to the inside trying to get Richardson for the race lead. Bill Krupp, they're 3-4 wide. Krupp has to get on the binders. Will lose a lot of speed down the back straightaway. And he'll have to catch up with those fast hot rods. 3 car battle out of turn 3. The 6 car, Chris Jennings, going for the lead on lap 1. Jennings, Workman, Richardson, the 192 car of Kyle Stark. The 66 car, who was at the car show, and they're going to go 3 wide again. Timmerman trying to push the issue down on the bottom. Your fast qualifier, Rick Salt, in the mix as well. Jennings, still your race leader, running the high line around Lucas Oil Raceway Park. Salt trying to get his way up to the front. There's 30 laps, can't win it in one race. There's a battle for the lead down the back straightaway. Kyle Stark, Chris Jennings for the race lead down the back straightaway into turn 3. Stark will get the advantage, and coming to the stripe on lap number 2 will be your race leader. Jennings trying to fight high on the high side. Will latch on to his back bumper. Workman running 3rd. Timmerman and Salk trying to slice and dice their way into the top 5 as they go down the back straightaway. The 26 car of Josh Easto way off the pace, looking like he will drop down to the infield down the back straightaway. The 192 car, Kyle Stark, stretching out his lead over the 6 car, Chris Jennings, Joel Workman, and the 17 car of Ryan Claiborne, your top 4 cars. 38 Ryan Spillers rounding out your top 5 cars on the speedway. Mark Mason having engine problems in the Miller service recovery number 1, just trying to get some laps on that race car, racing in memory of Blaine and Miller and Jeffrey Shelmadine. Again, they're going to look 3-4 wide coming into turn number 2. Timmerman trying to go to the front with your fast qualifier of Rick Salt. Kyle Stark has stretched out his lead over Chris Jennings. Timmerman may be the only one with a shot to run down the 192 car of Kyle Stark. He's going to need some help from the lap traffic. As Jennings, Timmerman for the second spot down the back straightaway. Jennings on the high side, Timmerman down on the inside. And Timmerman will pick the lap traffic to get second from Chris Jennings in the 6 car. Jennings not giving up on the inside as Timmerman's running him as clean as he can. Jennings running the high line, hanging with him, going down the back straightaway. Jason Timmerman still trying to pull away, but Jennings will battle back on the high side for that second spot. Rick Salt running 3rd, running 4th. And Kyle Stark continuing to slice in his dice in his way through lap traffic, almost 2 turns ahead of your 2nd and 3rd place cars. The battle on the racetrack is between Chris Jennings and Jason Timmerman for the 2nd and 3rd spot here in the Vore Cup. Down the back straightaway, they are continuing to be side by side. Timmerman again with the advantage in the corners. Jennings getting the run on the high line out of the corners. Down the front straightaway they come. Your race leader now going down the back straightaway. Almost 2 turns, almost a full straightaway ahead of Jason Timmerman, your 2nd place car, now starting to pull away a little bit from Chris Jennings in the 6th car. Salt 4th, and it looks like the 14 car, Bill Krupp, now running top 5, one of the Northern Vore's cars. There will be 5 laps to go. Next time by for Kyle Stark in the 125 car. Bill Krupp, the lone North Vore's Cup car. The rest are either Invaders or South Vore's Touring Series cars. This time by, the flagman puts 5 high for the 192 car of Kyle Stark. Problems with your 2nd place car. Chris Jennings way off the pace in turn number 1. He'll try to hang on. And Rick Salt will now be your 2nd place car. Jennings just trying to keep it going, but definitely something wrong with Chris Jennings as Bill Krupp now running 3rd out of turn number 3. The 192 car of Eric Stark going down the back straightaway. A full straightaway advantage over the 63 car just entering the back straightaway as your 2nd place car, as Stark is now midway in between 3 and 4. We'll have 3 laps to go this time by for Kyle Stark in the 192 car. Rick Salt running 2nd. Bill Krupp 3rd. Jennings just trying to keep the car on the racetrack. Joel Workman in the back straightaway wall will bring out the caution on lap number 27. Couple of the top 2 cars has been bad news. First, it was the 9 car of Jason Timmerman just shortly after he took 2nd place from Chris Jennings after a very good duel between the 2 drivers as they were high and low down the back and front straightaways. Timmerman went up in smoke out of turn 2, and he retired. Then shortly after that, the 6 car Chris Jennings way off the pace. And the green flag is out, and Rick Salt taking advantage of it. as Kyle Stark did not do well on the restart. He appears that he's going to try to run down the 63 car, Rick Stolt. Bill Croup, Chris Jennings looks like he regained some speed in the 6 car. Ryan Spillers 5th. Kyle Stark going to try to make a move on the inside, and we got a big crash down the back straightaway, and that's a bad break for the 63 car of Rick Stolt, who got a great restart on the 192 of Eric Stark. Of Kyle Stark, sorry. We'll have a lot of work on that race car to get it ready for the next time he participates with the South Series. .192 Kyle Stark, 63 Rick Stolt. Will the money go to New Hampshire to pay for the gas to get home? And the green flag will fly this time by. And again on the restart, Rick Stolt will get him. Kyle Stark will try to reel him in on the high side. Here they go down the back straightaway. Stolt out of Waterloo, Wisconsin. Kyle Stark, Rick Stolt from the New England Mini Stock Series. Toe-to-toe out of turn number 4, and we will have 2 laps to go this time by for Kyle Stark out of Waterloo, Wisconsin. Stolt will dive to the inside, trying to get the run on him. Your race leaders are feeling racy. Bill Croup will fall all the way back to the 5th spot. Ryan Spillers now getting up there in the 3rd spot. And the 111 car of Devin Dixon trying to get on the inside of Spillers. The white flag will fly this time by Waterloo, Wisconsin's Kyle Stark, Rick Stolt, Ryan Spillers. As Chris Jennings will go to the pit area again. Coming out of turn number 4, the money's going to stay close to the Midwest. Going to Waterloo, Wisconsin's Kyle Stark, picking up the first ever Vore's Cup feature win. New Hampshire, oh, he just blew up at the start-finish line. Can you believe that? Your race winner just blew up as he went across the start-finish line. Rick Stolt will go 2nd, and Ryan Spillers will finish 3rd. Can you bring this stuff with you?
This papers?
If there would have been another stoppage, the money would have gone to New Hampshire. Hello, my northern friends.
Hey, buddy.
Race fans, how about it for all 65 Vore's competitors that were here this weekend? Only 4 cautions and 50 laps of racing. Did we earn your respect for compact racing in the Midwest? We will be back here on May the 9th with the Musty Extreme Sprint cars.